Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Songs of Six. It looks like the brewers have finally started to actually achieve like a good workload, which is just actually amazing. They're finally busy. So I have high hopes that we will eventually get enough booze. They are encountering issues where their lines are getting a little bit clogged, but I think having this transport fetch the booze and bring it to this warehouse over here, like that's gonna solve that problem by itself, I think. I guess I will add in 10 crates for the booze in this giant warehouse. I wanted to get that like system set up, the nodes, the stuff, to pull out of this warehouse, because I feel like we're a little bit lacking on it, you know? So, and what I mean by that is like we are bringing clothes to this warehouse, but it is unfortunately like full. Bringing jewelry. The jewelry I think we can just sell. I'll just have like a jewelry seller over here. So my first step, I guess, will be to schlorp the food out of this warehouse and start bringing it to the various like large warehouses. This warehouse, yeah, I can easily have 10 crates for clothing. And the large warehouses will just act as like the endpoint warehouses for all this stuff. I am going to need to tweak the radius on these guys, just so that they can actually pull from the warehouse, because they're so far away from it. It may or may not be worth it to build like another grand warehouse above these guys, just to like further extend the shit out. Let's see, there's one grand warehouse up there, then there's the dwarven one, which definitely can just have 10 crates of clothing. I like 10 crates. I feel like 10 crates is just a good number. Might just be my like human brain, you know, it likes the rounded numbers. But even still. No, actually that is a pretty good question. There's been, like, theoretically, like, other systems of numbers, right? Like, I guess I'll elaborate. So, the math that, like, everyone uses in modern times is base 10. Which means, like, you count to 10, and then, like, 10 is where the numbers like tick over into other groups. So it goes like 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, right? But there has been like theorized like having like base 12 systems and shit like that. I guess I shouldn't say theorized, because like, you know, it's math, they just like made it up, I guess you could say. Here's one. I think that's all my warehouses. Could be wrong. This one's a little bit too tiny. I think I want to expand this building out real quick. So I will do that. Just gonna expand these guys out and then just have it go all the way up. That way I can just have big rows of crates here. There we go. There's no extra materials. It's basically just keeping the same trend of pillar setup as over there. Very cool. So that's gonna be another like shitload of storage for that. That's the crate for the top right hand corner. We were gonna do it for bread as well. Though I do think this like top right hand corner one, I don't know if it needs to have bread in it, considering the bread situation over here. Well, actually I don't know if that's true. I see the people are barely keeping up with the, like, line of bread. I should have had more storage for bread in here. God, there's 22 delivery men. One would think that they'd be able to handle one building's worth of bread. Maybe I could have a tiny transport, just transport over to the big crate over here, just to, like, further schlorp the bread out. That could maybe be good. Just make sure, like, it's always on full tilt. Yeah, you know what? I think that sounds cool to me. I'll just have it, like, be a little extendo tip on this other one. Does, like, schlorp up some space, but that is what it is. Wasn't I gonna have, like, a bathroom down here? I guess I'll build one of those real quick as well. Though we are kind of extremely tapped on jobbers. Odd jobbers, I should say. We're kind of like, we have 10 bajillion, like, jobs lined up for them to do already. But, you know, it'll get done eventually, so there's no reason not to have it going. Oh, this is a very good bathroom. Alright, can I squish in? Yeah, but we're gonna need... I'm gonna say a two-piecer over here. Well, I should try having a one-piecer and see if that works. It definitely doesn't. Okay. Two-piecer it shall be. There we go. So that is the super latrine down here. Should be more than efficacious enough for our goals here. I think we can get rid of these two little warehouses too, because why not? They're, like, currently empty. There's a ginormous cotton warehouse. So, you know, no reason to have it in more than one warehouse when this one should be fine enough. Are we out of cotton? Hold up. No way, we've got thousands of it in the tank. Wonderful. Notice this whole area is getting a little bit backed up on cloth. Don't know if there's much we can do about it. I mean, we have an export depot. It should be fine. What's next on the chopping block? We've got food going everywhere. Booze should start being schlorped out of here, so that should keep these guys happy. We are pretty low on coal, so I guess the question will be, like, how do we increase our coal count? Also, are we good on metal? Okay, we have solder metal. Well, it looks like this charcoal burner is still under construction. Guess I'm gonna add in, like, a bajillion dwarfinoids. It is gonna make them kind of unhappy, but desperate times, desperate measures. And a bunch of dwarves are gonna end up working in this charcoaler, which should further increase our coal amounts. Yeah, we're already making, like, a mild surplus, and that trend is probably only going to grow, so I don't need to mess with the charcoal. What about furniture? Furniture... Okay, let's see, in the last one, we produced a 9,000, and we consumed 8.2 thousand, and exported some and did demolition, so we are sort of at equilibrium with the furniture as well. Don't need to fiddle with that. It would be nice to... Okay, booze is just barely, tepidly good as well. Don't know if we can fit any more boozeries in this, like, little region. Like, we have, like, a 9-block area that we could maybe use back here. That'd be close enough to this, like, warehouse. Though it would be kind of crappy for the piganoids working there. And it wouldn't really, it wouldn't be really big enough to make much of a dent. Maybe another booze district somewhere wouldn't be too bad. Like, there's some, like, spots in our country that are kind of, our state, I should say, that are kind of blank. Like this area up here, for example. Is bread good? Let's see. Oh, interesting. We could indeed have more bread. It looks like we're still maybe good on grain. It looks like. Don't know if we could support a whole like other giant breadery, but it might be worth a shot. Could be sandwiched around this block, you know? Or it would sandwich this services block, I mean. Man. I think I want to just like massively destroy everything here. It would displace some of these people, but I would just have to make houses elsewhere, right? So I think I'll do that. It's kind of sucky, but I think it has to be done. Yeah, I know, we're getting rid of our historical windmills as well, but we're ultimately going to be stronger for it, I believe. So this giant block here could be bread zone number 2. And it would be kind of close-ish. We might need like another transport, but like a tinier one, I guess, up here or something. Just to keep that flowing. Hold up, it looks like our herb count is kind of incredibly low as well. Yeah, we produce 3,000 but use 4,000. There is this zone here that I just haven't been using. I used to just harvest from that zone over and over. Vegetables back when we were very food poor. It might be worth having a herb farm. It is kind of out of the way. Like if we really wanted to provide herbs where they're needed the most, we probably could put them down here near the ration makers, right? So that might be worth a shot. It's like a big old herb farm. It does kind of... I do think it's probably more efficient to import things than to grow things, kind of. At least once you have like the dollar amount for it. How much do herbs cost, actually? I guess that's the real question. Like, let's say we went to our grand warehousery zone. By the way, how much pottery are we making? Let's see, it looks like we're producing 2.5k. We're consuming 2.8k. Okay, good to know. We might need to build another pottery. But if we were to import herbs, it would cost 28 per. That's not too bad, actually. Like, we produce 224. It's kind of like space inefficient. Like this giant Levin farm produces 500 herbs, so we'd need a farm like 1.5 times as big as that. My only like mild concern is that we might encounter monetary issues if we go like too crazy with it. That's a real rough one. One thing we definitely also need to do is import leather, I think. There should be like a random export depot somewhere in town as well that we need to deal with so we don't accidentally like money drain ourselves. I forget where it is. It's like some time. Oh, here it is. This little like shitter block. I can just trash this room as well. And I'm pretty sure I have like a gym warehouse thing elsewhere. And I don't really want to export my livestock either. So we can just free the space up. Wow, I have a tiny lab over here. That's hilarious. Let me just double check. Do I have jewelry imports here? I absolutely do. Don't know what that little thing was doing up there. How much clay am I importing, by the way? Let's see, I am inbounds 2.1k. Okay, I think I've got a plan. So I'm gonna swap out the pottery imports for leather. I'm just gonna stock like 2,000 of it. It's kind of extremely expensive, but it is what it is. I'm gonna also build another ginormous import depot down here, and that's gonna contain the herb imports, but before I get too crazy with it, I'm gonna set this transporter to schlorp the leather and deposit it in the bow zone. And hopefully with the like constant supply of leather, we'll start to build up a surplus of like workload in these buildings. And so that'll cause a bunch of boyars to start working, and then with those boyars working, maybe it'll provide enough like income from the exports to pay for the imports. At least that's like the hope, the idea, right? And then this area up in the north that we're clearing out, we could have like a potter as well. Let's see, who's working the pottery district is Tilapi's. Okay, so it being sandwiched near all these apartments wouldn't be too bad, right? I guess I could get rid of all these things. I kind of want to leave the well. We have plenty of wells. I'm just going to dismantle these structures. So I'm going to want the boiler to be like close enough to all these houses that it's like an obvious housing zone for the tilapias there. Yeah, we have a shit ton of housing down here, so that should be fine. I mean, if we wanted to compensate a little bit for the houses lost, I guess I could put like a long house or two down. It does like fuck up the travel over here a little bit, but I mean, it's kind of the cost of doing business, I guess you could say. Actually, does that make sense? Maybe we just have the one, because that should cover, yeah, all these grain farmers up here. Yeah, never mind. Just the one should be good enough. I feel a distinct pleasure just looking at this ginormous empty lot. It's like truly, it's like a blank canvas in all the best ways possible. And not like the terrible blank canvas where you don't know what to do, but like instead a promising area. Because so often in New Ganymede lately have I had to just like destroy shit, work within confines, but now I've got like this empty space. I put down a giant guard post because I think that should be fine enough. So we're gonna have work, crafting, pottery. We're just gonna put this dude all the way up here. This building, it's gonna be pretty friggin' huge even with this guard post, so I don't think we need to like super duper worry about it. I don't think it needs to be much bigger than this to keep up with the booze demands. Alright, this should be good enough. Don't necessarily want to expand the building all that much. I am going to need to make it rounded too, which is just something I just thought about. I can expand it just to add like little roundedness nuggies though. I think that is not too disagreeable. Alright, come on, give me the nuggies. I'll need to put another efficiency thing down as well. Oh wow, it's still it's still square as hell. Okay, I guess I'll expand the building by one over here as well. Just in the name of roundedness. It's kind of like incredibly obnoxious, but we'll just have to maybe get rid of another workbench or do something like that. I don't know. We'll find a way. Alright, it is fully rounded. So I can just have the auxiliaries sort of be horizontally and jutting out of the nuggies. Oh wow, we have 100 efficiency. I wonder if we could get rid of no, we still need the auxiliary station down here. Sag. Okay. So now it's 100% rounded. We can build some doors. I guess I'll build like a couple like super doors in the nuggy zone. Awesome. Alright, and sweet. I think I will send it. Efficiency 100, employees 175, roundedness 100. A fact the tilapias I'm sure they appreciate, and I'm sure the pignoids are very frustrated with. Envious of. I do not blame them. I like the idea of like this like happy-go-lucky like fantasy race people just like becoming like more and more pissed off and like malicious just because of like an intentional effort from a ruler. It's very comedic. This is less intentional on my part though, I should say. We're gonna need a warehouse next to go with this place. So I might as well... I'll create like a super warehouse in this little zone, and then the extra baker can go on the opposite side. This warehouse will sort of just have all of the things. I'm putting in little tiny gaps just so that there's still a little bit of the old traversability. I think I'm going to have like a skinny road on the opposite side as well, just to keep things flowing. Obviously this is going to be stone because it's Garthemes. It's 18,000 storage, which is golden. That's pretty nice, in my opinion. This warehouse needs to be filled out as well. It's just gonna have like 2 crates of all the foods and of coal. And then 5 crates of booze, and I guess 3 crates of clothing and tools, because why not? Shall be pretty awesome. Indeed. Give the cooks a lot of access to the food. Should be pretty nice. Was there any other thing I needed to like pipe around? I was thinking about having bread be piped around. Did I already this is not the Giga warehouse. This should be over here. Yeah. No, it's clothing but not bread. I guess I could start them up. Am I getting bread back in here? Yes, but I only have a little bit of it. How do I only have 86 of it? It must just be getting schlorped or something. Well, I'm gonna build my first bread Schlorpertron 5 million. Because I'm pretty sure the dwarves like bread, right? So I might as well have the Giga warehouse in the Dwarven Quarters store bread. I wonder if I should store rations in these things. Kind of feel like that's, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely helpful to have, but if I have all the other types of food being piped around, I don't think I necessarily need to be in there. How's the... let's see, do I have leather in here finally? Have I imported leather yet? I don't think I have. I'm just looking for the where is the giant warehouse? Oh, it's over here. No, there's still 0 leather. Guess the first import hasn't arrived yet. This import depot is gonna have herbs. I'll just have it import now. It is right after harvest season, so there isn't exactly all that much stuff. And I guess I should probably have a couple of these transports just fetching the coal from this warehouse, or fetching the herbs from this warehouse and placing it in the storages, right? So that way the ration makers always just have shit. So radius up. Destination. I'm pretty sure there's like a giant ration maker. There's one down here. How's the one up here? It looks like there's plenty of herbs. I guess I'll do the one down here. Why not? This will be the one. Yeah, there's 1,000 herb storage. I'll just add a little tiny bit more. That way the ration makers will continue to have work to do. Does look like we're kind of mostly keeping on top of the herbs. Whatever. If we are, then the imports will just be like a tiny preventative measure to prevent like shit getting like super fucked. Yeah, this is mostly fine. There's only 53 ration makers here. Guess the next step is to make the additional bakery. It too is kind of tiny. It too is made of wood. I guess it can be rounded as well, because why not? Probably I'm going to want to, yeah, leave the space for roadage. If I remember correctly, the oven setup is a little bit different. There's just like little tiny gaps in between the ovens. I kind of want to lift these guys up so there's a little bit of traversable space inside as well. Does that make sense? I mean, realistically speaking, people can enter the proper door from the outside, right? Yeah, fuck it. I'll build it all the way down. We're definitely gonna need to have some of these, like, pillars be, what do you call it? Like, I'm having the opposite of Jimmy Neutron. Walkable. We're also gonna need about a bajillion auxiliary ovens, so it's actually pretty awesome that this... Oh no. It's pretty awesome that this like area cannot fit another row of ovens. So it lets me fit a row of auxiliary ovens. Oh my god, there's so much fucking... Oh, there's not enough room. Or there's not enough auxiliaries even though I've like filled this fucking place to the absolute brim. Guess that means we need to start removing ovens. Extremely tragic, but it is what it is. Well, I think I can fit one oven. We need one more auxiliary oven. I guess worst case scenario, go down here. Is there no better place? Kind of looks like there's no better place. It's kind of tragic, but it is what it is. We'll just have to go the long way around this thing over and over. I mean, I could make the oven up here like slightly less big, and that would do the trick as well. But you know, I don't wanna. So it just has to be how it be. I think I could have like a super door over here as well. Yep, there's still plenty of isolation. I think I could put a couple super doors in here. There's still 100% isolation. Then I can add just like a number of random doors out here. And I think we're golden. So that's room for 108 more workers. It is a square building, I just realized. After I said that I was going to make it rounded, it is now square. Oh my god, maybe I have some sort of like cognitive bias. Maybe I do hate the piganoids. Well, I guess I can create like a little nugget network over here. Don't think it's going to be enough to make this place rounded though. But, I don't know, I could make this place up here, you know, be, rounded as well. And then it'd be nuggy time, this way. Alright, it's, still not rounded. But somehow I feel, to be honest, like it might be too much of a pain in the ass to make it not rounded. Well, what if I... No, any less space, I'm not going to have enough auxiliaries. Sorry, piganoids. Once again, you're second-class citizens to the Tilappies. Your building is only mildly rounded. Though, to be fair, this is more than I would usually do for them. So it is a step up. It does jut into the fucking streets. Which is highly obnoxious. I think I want to get rid of this archery range as well. Just to make it where this can be a road. Over here. We can have another like building up here. Probably a bathhouse, to be honest, just because the bathhouses like this one is full. And we're constantly in dire need of bathhouses always. I mean, it's not being used up. Maybe the load 100%. It's just the people not having enough coal. Well, wouldn't that just be load for these delivery men? Well, what else would we put in there? We could have a stage, I guess. Increase stage access. Another tavern, maybe. Though I do think kind of good on taverns, probably. I mean, this one doesn't have enough load. Or it has load 100%. That might partially just be because of the lack of booze, though. Oh, speaking of booze, indirectly, the charcoal is done. So we can get that thing cooking. Upgrade it up. And this warehouse is done. I can just have a little bit of fetch crates for wood and a little bit of crates for coal. Which will be nice. Oh, this place is actually getting full up. That's pretty cool. Does that mean that... Yeah, maybe, I think this transporter needs to be upgraded. In fact, it's kind of a wonder that isn't already updated. I could probably have the thing actually be like created first. Where would I put it? I guess I could put it here. Oh, I can put a 3-pipper. I'm pretty sure they can navigate, yeah, through the little side thingies, so we'll get this built. This will schlorp into the other place, and that'll be cool. Did the pottery already get done? The pottery is already done. Guess I'm gonna add in 150 tilappies. Also, I need to solve the situation here really quickly. So this takes clay. I'm just gonna say 15 crates of clay. It should be good enough. This will be a deposit of pottery, 15 for that. The bakery is gonna need, I'm gonna just keep the same number trend, 15 grain, 15 coal. Then guess I'll store the bread. Actually, I'm gonna pull back the numbers. I'll say 10. 10 is a lot. I'll leave the 15 crates for grain though, because grain is important. Maybe I'll leave the 15 for the clay as well and just keep the workload up. Because I'm gonna want 5 crates for tools and clothing. So that those two things exist in this region, in this area. Then we're gonna want our Schlorpinators to actually like do their good work. Because these are such like massive buildings. So fetch, clay, be radius, boom. Should be good enough. Then destination will be Potter number 2. Then we're gonna want a Schlorpinator for coal. Fetch coal. Schlorpinate. Destination. This zone. I'm kind of breaking conventions a little bit, but I think it'll be useful. So clay, coal, grain will just have to be brought over normally. Don't think I need any more fetching to these things. Okay, awesome. We are going to want some transports on this side as well. God, this guy is so slow. So, infrastructure, logistics, transport. Yeah, I'll put 2 of these bad boys over here. One will be for pots, the other shall be for bakery goods, bread. And it shall be good. Then the rest of the space can be used for whatever. I mean, it could still be used for the stage. The extra coal will make it where these bathhouse workers don't have to travel all the way across the universe. Looks like this one no longer has the 100% load, which is nice. Yeah, the services block is pretty much set, except for the canteen. That one's a little bit overused, which is whatever. It's completely acceptable in my books. Looks like we don't have odd jobbers as well. Oh no, why are the Tlappies so pissed off? Let's see. Oh, because all the new guys just haven't gotten all their like services and shit. Let me look at the food. Be under access. Yeah, the food days are lowered. And preference and rations. I mean, we'll fix that up enough at some point soon. Don't think the Tlappies are gonna riot in the meantime. Do I have like a big fetcher fetching coal for this wicking thing? That's the real question. Or is it like a tiny fetcher? Okay, not that one. That's what I really want to know. So we might just need to like step up the coal fetching too. I mean, is that true? Actually, I think the problem is the coal not being fetched enough in this warehouse, which means I guess we do need to wait for this fetcher to be done. We just need time to advance. The lack of odd jobbers is just slowing everything down. It is what it is. On the positive side, the food day problem should fix itself a little bit too once this bread gets like producing. So that will be nice. Oh, I think one of the first leather shipments have been pushed in. Indeed it has. There's now 500 leather. I'm gonna just like add in bowyers manually. See what happens. It is gonna reduce the odd jobber count a little bit. I'm gonna add in even more Tlappi immigrants, even though it's like asking for trouble. Because we are gonna need immigrants of every type. Speaking of which, how many big guys are coming? 8 of them. Magnificent. I can step up the old Cantor division now once more. I'm feeling pretty happy about the Cantor thing. I can't wait till we have just like several Cantor dudes, Cantor divisions just ready to like fuck shit up. We'll actually be able to take on the enemies that have their own Cantor divisions, which will be amazing. Are we importing enough clay? Let's see. I mean, 2.8 thousand are inbound. Can this place only... This place should theoretically be able to hold 9,000. Is there a limit on how much you can import? There's no way, right? Let's see. No, because there's 10,000 wood that's importing. I guess it just hasn't ordered a new shipment yet. No, I think on that note, we can sort of end the episode here. We had a couple goals. Goal A was to get the infrastructure logistics network to pipe around some of the clothing and stuff, and we've succeeded in that. Clothing is being piped around. Goal number 2 was to make use of some of the space up here that we cleared out in the last episode, and that too has been done for the most part. There's still a little bit of gaps, but for the most part it was filled out, I should say. And we started importing other things, just making sure stuff in the settlement was working. We even have made steps to address the bow problem, which may or may not be getting solved. We'll just have to wait and see now that I'm piping leather in to this thing. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time for more Songs of Six. Goodbye!